Good evening, everyone, and welcome here to Pontotoc High School, where tonight we got the Pontotoc Warriors taking on the Itawamba AHS Indians. My name is Don Brooks. I'm glad to be joined tonight by Mike Campbell. And first of all, the Pontotoc Warriors, Mike, 3-0 this season. They are averaging 36 points per game on offense, only giving up 5 points on defense. But, however, the combined record of the three teams they've played is only 1-8. Tonight will be a big test for this club.
Yeah, it'll be a real good test here. Fourth game of the year here for the Warriors, but this will be their first real test of the year where, first of all, they started off the year with Bruce, 2A opponent, and had a couple other games this year that really hadn't got tested. But tonight, as you said, they will get their first real test of the year by this Itawamba.
Itawamba, of course, the team out of Division 1 4A is a much improved team. They won their first playoff game ever last year. And now this year, Coach Lynn Moore has their team off to a 2-1 start. Victories over New Albany and also a victory over Kossuth. Last week they lost on the road at Columbus, but they're off to a good start as well.
Yeah, they really are. I think we'll get a good game here tonight. Be interesting to see exactly what unfolds here, but we've got the makings of a real good one here in Pontotoc tonight.
We look forward to it. The Itawamba Indians against the Pontotoc Warriors. Hopefully the Warriors can pull it out. We're going to take a break. Be back with the kickoff, so stay with us. Welcome back, everyone, here at Pontotoc Field. Don Brooks along with Mike Campbell as we're out ready for the coin toss now. And your captains for tonight's ball game for Pontotoc, Jonathan Crenshaw, number 27, number 82, Ron Winter, and number 22, Dedrick Clark, out at midfield now. Itawamba, the visiting team, will be wearing their white traveling uniforms, while the homestanding Warriors will be in the black with the gold trim. Head coach Dennis Robbins at the helm, as we said earlier in the pregame, off to a 3-0 start this season. And the Itawamba Indians, their only loss coming to 5A Columbus. And so they're 2-1. And Mike, they beat a couple of opponents, future opponents for the Pontotoc Warriors in knocking off New Albany and Kossuth.
Yeah, that's true, Don. We should have a good game, as we've already stated earlier here. Both teams at the banners looking ready to get this thing underway, and a great night for football. Temperature finally like football-like temperature here after 3 games of very warm temperatures. We finally have some temperatures in favor of the football players tonight.
Really feels good out here, and it is football weather. Temperatures probably dip down into the high 50s before the night's over. Itawamba won the toss, and they have elected to receive. So the Indians will get the football first when we get this one underway. Pontotoc, of course, Mike, is in a tough division, and this will be a good test to get them ready for next week's traveling opener up at Kossuth.
Yeah, it really will, Don. Pontotoc is in a very tough division this year. Ripley is going to be very, very strong, and also you never can count out the Corinth Warriors, who have a great little junior quarterback that can cause very, very, very big problems that showed a lot here last year on this field right here. And Corinth's off to a good start, and they have some very big games ahead of them. And this 4A contest tonight will definitely be a great tune-up as the Warriors begin division play next week.
You're exactly right. And for Itawamba, they're wanting a good showing tonight because they have their biggest game of the year coming up next week, as they'll host the Lafayette County Commodores. And most people feel that will be for the division. Those are the 2 top teams in Division 1 4A. And of course, like Mike said, Pontotoc, Corinth, and Ripley are the teams to beat in 3A, according to the prognosticators this year. Itawamba will be going left to right across your screen as young freshman Robert Bass will get set to get this one underway. Back deep to receive for the Indians is going to be number 10, Noah Swims. Swims will be flanked back there by number 6, Josh Brazil. Swims, who had a big year last year. In fact, the backfield for Itawamba compiled over 3,000 yards rushing between he and Schumpert, and also Raphael White. Last year, these 2 teams met in the 4th game of the season as well, and Itawamba came out on top 21-6 over at Itawamba Community College Field. Bass will get this one underway. It's a low-line drive kickoff, and a good kickoff is going to go through the end zone, and that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Brazil looked like he might try to catch that ball there, but he let it sail over his head where it was a little overhead high kick. very deep kick. He let it go over the head, and Itawamba will take over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Lewis Lee is going to be your quarterback, number 11, 5'7", 148-pound senior, who played a lot last year, started about half the games or a little more. They're going to come out in a double wing back set, and then back to throw is Lee. Good protection, throws over the middle, complete up to the 35-yard line, and a first down to Noah Swims. Rucker made the stop for the Warriors, and that's a good-looking start there for the Indians.
It really is. That was a sharp-looking play there. Great protection by the line, and Shumpert snuck out of the backfield there and picked up about 15 yards on the first play from scrimmage here tonight. While Warrior defense really needs to step it up right here.
Working out of the shotgun formation now. Swims is your lone setback beside him. Back to throw once again in the pocket. Throws over the middle and broken up nicely by Ron Winter at the 48-yard line. Good coverage that time by the Warrior defense, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it really was. Ron Winter came across and made a big play right there. Just a step earlier, and he might could have intercepted that ball, but that was anyway. That was a great play there, bringing up a 2nd down here and 10 yards to go.
Working with the no-huddle offense here on the opening drive. Lee's back in the shotgun once again. Back to throw is Lee again. Here comes Scott on the pressure screen. Pass complete to Swims. Swims up to the 40-yard line and across the 40 to the 41. Pick up of 6 on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 situation coming up here for Itawamba.
Yeah, Brian Rucker did a good job of coming up that time and making the tackle. This Itawamba team looks like they have good speed here early, and Warrior defense is getting a real test, bringing up a big 3rd down situation here.
3rd down and 4 yards to go here. Lee hands it off this time to Swims. Swims has a first down as he's across the 50 to the 47. There's a flag on the play, and then another late flag coming in as Dedrick Clark made the tackle that time. Or excuse me, Rucker. Brian Rucker on the stop. It is going to be a personal foul face mask against the Warriors, and that's the type of mistake that you don't want to make in a game of this magnitude.
No, you really don't. Itawamba's got a good drive going anyway, and then a costly penalty such as that might be the driving force behind this drive that puts them over the top here. The Warrior defense has really got to step it up right here and see what they're really made of.
That's a pickup of 12 on the play for Swims, and a first down for the Indians all the way to the 32 in Pontotoc territory. Opening drive of the game. Lewis looks over the 5-man front of the Warriors. And here's the give to Swims. Swims is going to be knocked off his feet around the 27-yard line. Winter and Bishop on the tackle that time for the Warriors. They'll mark it at the 28-yard line, so it'll be a pickup of 4. 2nd down, 6 yards to go here for Itawamba. Lewis Lee, senior quarterback, gives it this time to Shumpert. Shumpert has a little bit of running room. It closes quickly around the 25-yard line. Oh, pardon me, that's Raphael, excuse me, number 3. That's going to be Esters. Esters, the ball carrier. So we'll pick up a 3 on the play. And they'll bring up 3rd down and 3 yards to go. So a big play here for the Warrior defense.
Yeah, someone needs to step up right here and stop this drive here. They're definitely in trouble right now.
Give up the middle to Swims, and he's got enough for the first down as he's down close to the 20-yard line. Stop clocks while they move the chains. So a pickup of 4 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 at Itawamba. Marching into Pontotoc territory here. Now they'll roll the clock. Keith Huddleston is in the backfield now with Swims. And the give is to Swims once again. Cuts it back inside, spins away, breaks another tackle. He's inside the 10 to about the 8. And that'll be enough for the first down. A gain of 13 on the play for Noah Swims. Tell you, Mike, Swims looking very good on this opening drive, 4 carries, 33 yards.
Yeah, he really is. He's a real strong runner here early, and got good quickness and keeps his legs driving, and he broke 2 or 3 tackles that time. Pontotoc really needs to wrap up on the first lick here and stop this drive somehow, but all the momentum going definitely in Itawamba's way.
1st and goal from the 8 to give us to Swims. Swims off the left guard, has a touchdown, but there's a flag on the play, and that could be in the area of a holding penalty. We'll wait and see. It is going to be holding against Itawamba, so a break there for the Warriors will back them up 10 yards.
Yeah, that really helped Pontotoc there. They really haven't figured out a way to stop Swims yet. He is having his way here on this opening drive here with 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's been all Itawamba and Swims so far.
So that'll back them up to the 18-yard line. It'll still be 1st and goal to go. 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. They give it to Swims again, straight up the middle, bounces out to the outside of the 5, inside the goal line, touchdown. Noah Swims takes it in from 18 yards away. And so the opening drive was all Noah Swims. 5 carries, 51 yards to put the Indians on the board, 6-0.
Yeah, Swims is just a very strong runner here, and he's got a lot of confidence, and he just took it straight up the field that time for Itawamba. Pontotoc still scratching their heads, trying to figure out a way to stop Noah Swims, and they definitely have to go to the drawing board here and try to figure out a way to stop him.
Clay Dozier will attempt the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go first quarter, your score, Itawamba 7, Pontotoc 0. We're going to take a break and hear from some of our fine sponsors. Be back with more Warrior football, so stay with us. Welcome back to Pontotoc, everyone. As the Indians are getting set to kick off, Raphael White will kick off here for the Indians. Winter is back deep along with number 12, Dustin Robbins, and there's a penalty marker on the play. I think this could be offsides against Itawamba, as it was blown immediately after they kicked it.
I believe you're correct. It got stopped before it ever really got started that time.
They will force the Indians to kick it again. They'll back them up 5 yards to the 35. Pontotoc, as we said earlier, will start division play next week. This is a non-division game, Mike, but it is very important to see just how your team is at this point of the season.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Robbins last week after the game about that, and he seemed very excited to put his team out on the field with a 4A school and see exactly where they were before the strength of the schedule got on them.
Shumpert White kicks it off. It's going to be to Robbins. Robbins will field it at the 11-yard line, up to the 20, across the 25, has an opening. Robbins to the 50. Robbins run out of bounds inside the 30-yard line to about the 27-yard line. Excellent return that time by Dustin Robbins, the 5'11", 160-pound sophomore, able to give the Warriors excellent field position here to start their first drive.
Yeah, that was a great run. Big hole right up the middle. Recognized well there by Robbins, and he hit the hole and showed speed there, getting to the outside and breaking it all the way down to about the 32-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Warriors from that point.
Jason McBride's your quarterback, the senior, comes out on the field. Double wing back set here, and Itawamba jumps offside. About 3 or 4 guys on that defense moved when McBride tapped his foot to give the man a motion signal, and that should be 5 yards marked off against the Indians. But no, they're going to call it against Pontotoc. I have to disagree with that call. I didn't really see anybody move that time, Mike.
The only person I saw, like you stated earlier, was McBride picked his foot up and brought it to the ground, signaling Ron Winter to come in motion, but evidently they saw something different than us.
Yeah, definitely nothing wrong with that. And they'll back it up, so it'll be 1st and 15 from the 37 here.
Pontotoc definitely needs to answer right here with a score of their own.
4-man front for Itawamba. Rucker goes in motion. The option is given to the first man through. Nice running room down to about the 32-yard line. Goes James White, number 21, a pickup of 5 on the play. So he able to get those 5 yards back, but it'll be 2nd down and 10.
James White, he's seen limited action last year, but has come in this year and run the ball hard from the fullback position and can catch the ball real well out of the backfield also. And he's been a pleasant surprise to this Warrior football team so far this year.
2nd down and 10. Rucker in motion. The ball loose on the field. Rucker falls on it back at the 35-yard line. That was confusion from the get-go as McBride wanted Rucker to go in motion. And then when he did, they just had a exchange that was not very clean and a loss on the play back to the 36.
It looked like Rucker missed a call in the huddle because, like you said, he wanted him in motion a lot earlier than he was. And when he did go in motion, he was definitely not ready for that pitch when McBride chunked it at him. 3rd
down and 14 here for the Warriors. Clark this time in motion. They fake it to him. Back to throw. McBride has good protection. Over the middle, wide open is Rucker. At the 5, touchdown Warriors. Brian Rucker, 36-yard touchdown pass for McBride to put the Warriors on the board.
That was a big answer right there for Pontotoc. Went in motion there, and they expected to run, and he snuck out of the backfield, streaking down the middle of the field, and great recognition there. Back McBride stood tall in the pocket and delivered a strike, and counted 6 points there for Pontotoc. Now our freshman kicker, Robert Bass, in out of the picket hold here.
Bass will try to tie this one up here at the 7-11 mark in the 1st quarter. The kick is up, a line drive kick is off to the left, no good. So a missed extra point. And so your score at the 7-11 mark of the 1st quarter, Itawamba 7, Pontotoc 6. Let's take a break. Be back with more Warrior football here on Cable 7. Back in a moment. We're back here at Pontotoc as Dedrick Clark gets set to kick it off. Or actually Bass, excuse me. Bass with a short kickoff. It's going to be muffed around the 10. Back up to the 15 and hit hard and dropped around the 19, maybe the 20-yard line. Lance Colburn, number 20 on the return that time for the Indians. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line here for Itawamba, their 2nd drive of the night. Both teams, Mike, able to score on the opening drive.
Yeah, the defense is really getting tested here early in this game, and it'll be interesting to see how Pontotoc reacts after Itawamba drove the ball straight down the field here on the opening drive, and let's see exactly what unfolds here now for the Warriors here.
Here's the give to the motion man, and he's not got much running room, maybe a couple. Number 3, that's Esters. Wrestled to the ground across the way at about the 22, so a pickup of only 2 that time for Esters.
Yeah, nice job by Westbrook coming across, number 34 from down lineman position, along with Logan, number 5, making the stop there for the Warriors after a minimal game there.
Lewis Lee up to the line, 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Raphael White in the backfield now, but they give it to Shumpert again, and Shumpert is dropped at the line of scrimmage. Ron Winter came up from his defensive back position that time to make a nice play and drop him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Swims didn't ever get his feet up under him that time. Ron Winters with a great job of recognition coming up and meeting him head on and bringing up a big 3rd down and 9 yards to go here. The Pontotoc defense holding strong here so far. Let's see if they can do it one more time here.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. Lee wants to throw, looks to the left, being chased, gets away from one. Now he's going to sling it up the field, wide open, incomplete though, dropped by Russell Esters that time. It was open up around midfield, and Lee put it in there. not able to hold on, so Pontotoc able to make some nice adjustments this time, and they stop them 3 and out. We'll get the ball back.
Yeah, that was a nice job there of scrambling by Lee. He just couldn't get his receiver to come back to him, and finally he did and delivered a strike, but he just couldn't hold on. Winters was there, but he was a little bit late getting there, so it could have been trouble there if he could have caught the ball, but nevertheless, it does bring up 4th down and 9.
Bad snap. They rolled it back there. It's a low line drive kick. Winters going to field it at the 45, breaks the initial tackler, breaks another tackle, and he's going to fight his way down to the 44-yard line. Excellent return by Ron Winter. And once again, the Warriors are going to get good field position in Itawamba territory at the 44-yard line.
Ron Winters did do a nice job of returning the football there. He's been a solid performer so far for the Warriors this year. A very scrappy young man who has shown that he can take his starting role and make something of it this year. With time out on the field, we'll also take a time out with them in the booth here and hear from our sponsors.
Welcome back, everyone, here with 5:34 to go in the first quarter. Pontotoc now with their second possession of the night. Handoff coming on the sweep here to the outside. That's number 12, Dustin Robbins, who gets it down to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Ruff and Colburn there for the Itawamba Indians made a nice adjustment there and put a stop to the little end around that's been working this far for the Warriors. Gain of about 2 on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 8. Ball on about the 43-yard line.
2nd and 8, they give it to White. White to the 40 and down to the 37. Nice run. Pickup of about 5 on the play, and it's going to bring 3rd down and 3 yards to go here for the Warriors.
Yeah, nice run again by number 21, James White, out of the backfield, out of the fullback position for the Warriors. Gain all the way to the 37-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and 3. A big play here for both teams. Warriors in striking distance, needing a big play, and Itawamba looking for a stop here.
3rd and 3. Robbins in motion. The give is to White, and White is going to be close to the 1st down, around the 34-yard line. And they may have to bring out the chains here to measure. We'll call it a gain of 3 on the play.
This is going to be very interesting to see if he got it here or not. It's going to be very close. It appears that he might have it by the nose of the football, but you never can tell from this distance. We're fixing to find out.
Ellis Scott is going to check in case they don't have it. They'll probably go for it here. They are going to be a couple of inches short. So it will be 4th down and inches to go for the Warriors. And McBride comes to the sidelines to get the play calling from his head coach. 4th down and inches. A no-brainer here to go for it if you're a Pontotoc. At the 34-yard line in Indian territory. Ellis Scott is your lone setback, flanked by a double wing back set. And McBride is going to sneak it, but there is a penalty marker on the play. There's some motion up front. And that may be going against the Warriors. It will. Illegal procedure is going to back them up 5.
Looked like both guards started before the snap of the ball by Crenshaw there, and Pontotoc with a very costly penalty there to make it instead of a 4th and 1, now have a 4th and 6 situation. Ball all the way back to about the 39-yard line.
So a crucial mistake. That's going to send in Braden Bishop now to punt it away. Pontotoc's going to play field position here. Try to pin the Itawamba Indians deep. Ruff is back deep along with Colburn. The kick is away. Nice spiral kick. Colburn's going to let it hit at the 6-yard line and trickle on into the end zone. So they'll bring that one out to the 20-yard line. A 44-yard kick with no return. And so it will be First and 10 here for Itawamba. 7 sets, Indians on top, 3:39 to go here in the first quarter. Both teams opened the game on their opening drives with touchdowns. And now the defenses have held. And now we have a new quarterback in the game for Itawamba, and that's Clay Dozier, who is also the kicker. Dozier gives it to the big fullback, and that's Raphael White, the 6'1", 224-pound senior, who plows it up ahead for a gain of a couple. It'll be second down and 8.
Yeah, he's a real big back, can punish you. Be a big test here for the defense to bring the big man down. Surprised that we hadn't seen more of Ellis Scott here in the early going here for the Warriors. He's been silent so far.
High formation to give to Swims. Swims trying to get away but cannot. And he'll be dropped at the 25-yard line. Wes Brooks makes the tackle. After a gain of 3, it'll be third down and 5.
Another big third down play here for the Warriors to see if they can stop Itawamba one more time. Be a big test here and would be a big boost for the Warriors here if they could hold one more time.
Third down, 5 yards to go. Dozier comes up to the line. They're going to keep it on the ground this time. Nowhere to go. Good defense that time on the Warriors. Gain of maybe a yard on the play. And it'll bring up a fourth down rather. And another punting situation coming up here for the Indians.
Finally, Ellis Scott comes into the show here. At about the 2 minute and 18 seconds left in the first quarter, Ellis Scott makes a big play, and first time we've called his name tonight on defense, but he made a big play there to bring up a punting situation here for Itawamba.
Ron Winter is back deep to receive at his own 44-yard line. Swims doing the punting, gets off a nice high kick, and Winter will take a fair catch at the 46-yard line. So a 30-yard punt with no return will give the Warriors the football once again. And so far, since that opening drive, the Warriors have controlled the field position as they started their drives either in Itawamba territory or this time up around the midfield stripe. So first and 10 here for the Warriors. Closing moments of the first quarter, minute 51 to go. Fumble on the play as a miss is changed that time between McBride and Robbins. Robbins able to follow it at the 44-yard line. It is a loss of 2 though on the play.
Not sure exactly what was supposed to happen that time. Robbins went in front of McBride. Looked like he was going to take the ball up the middle, but just did not get the ball clearly, and Pontotoc was lucky to recover their own fumble there.
Second and 12, they pitch it out to White. White powers his way back to the original line of scrimmage around the 47-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 3 that time for White. We've seen a lot of James White tonight. That's his 4th carry for 16 yards, so he's averaging 4 yards per carry. And it's going to bring up third down and 9 yards to go.
Dilworth with a nice stop there for the Itawamba Indians, bringing up a third down and long here for Pontotoc.
McBride up under center on third and 9. Itawamba showing blitz. Here they come. McBride gets away, rolls to his left, has a man open, and it's incomplete through the hands of Bishop. Down around the 30-yard line. That's a pass should have been caught that time, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Bishop hadn't been used very much this year. In the early going of the year, people were talking about we should be utilizing Bishop's hands, but that time he just wasn't able to come up with it. We have an injured player on the field for the Itawamba Indians.
Let's take a look at some of the sponsors for tonight's game while they attend to the injured player. Tudor Funeral Home in Pontotoc, also Jackson Implement Company, Montgomery Drugs, First National Bank, JB's Quick Stop, Russell Oil Company, People's Bank in Pontotoc, also Hangouts Daycare, Ken Nyland Insurance, Ecru, One Call Incorporated.com, Daffodils Flowers and Finery, Charlie Robinson Cattle Buyers, Springer Discount Homes, Stegall Ford, Classic Exteriors, professional vinyl siding installation located in Houston, Mississippi, and Hunter's Hollow over in Oxford. thank all the sponsors helping make this game possible for you here tonight.
Number 77, Chris Cox, is an injured player across the way for the Itawamba Indians, being helped off by the training staff of the Indians here. Looked like might have a knee injury, possibly there for Itawamba. And back to live action, bringing up 4th down and 9 for the Warriors. Braden Bishop in punt formation.
Bishop gets it away. A nice kick is going to hit at the 21. Take a nice Pontotoc roll inside the 5, and they'll down it at the 2-yard line.
Down about the 1-yard line.
It's going to be 1st and 10 Itawamba, deep in their own territory here. As they're going to be pinned deep. They'll start this drive from their own 2.
Nice punt there by Bishop. Got a great roll, and Pontotoc was able to down it on about the 2-yard line to start this drive from the 2. Pontotoc is definitely trying to play a field position ball game here, pinning Itawamba deep. Be a big stand here for the Warriors if they could hold them off here.
Lewis Lee's back in at quarterback here for the Indians. I formation, they give to the fullback, and he battles his way for maybe a yard.
Hope the Warriors make the stop around the 4-yard line. Getting a 2nd down and 7.
Rucker, along with Braden Bishop and several other Warriors there, clogged the middle up there, and short gain on the play up to about the 4-yard line, where it'll bring up 2nd down from that point for the Itawamba Indians.
That'll do it for the first quarter of play. And after 1 here, Pontotoc, your score, Itawamba 7, Pontotoc 6. Let's take a station break. We'll be back with more Warrior football right after these messages. Welcome back to action, everyone, as we get set for the 2nd quarter. Don Brooks along with Mike Campbell and also Jason Ritchie here tonight from Pontotoc High School. Itawamba leads at 7-6 as they open the 2nd quarter deep in their own end. The Pontotoc Warriors have definitely adjusted after that opening drive when Itawamba was able to take it the length of the field and score, and since then the Warriors have done a good job defensively. This time they stopped the man at the 5-yard line, and it'll bring up 3rd down, 7 yards to go.
Yeah, that was a nice job again by number 34 Westbrooks there for the Pontotoc Warriors, stopping for a very minimal game up all the way to about the 5-yard line.
Huddleston, Esters, and Swims in the backfield here on 3rd down, 7. Lee rolls out to his left. He's surrounded by black jerseys and dropped to the ground around the 8-yard line after a pickup of only about 4 yards. It'll bring up 4th down and 4 yards to go in another punting situation here for Itawamba.
Yeah, another nice job by Warrior defense of making a big play when they needed to there. Quarterback almost faked him out there, but he was able to stay with him and bring him to the ground at about the 8-yard line, and it will bring up a 4th down and 2 situation for the Itawamba Indians.
Swims will stand back in his own end zone to punt it away. Ron Winter will stand at the 45-yard line. Gets a kick away, almost blocked that time. It's a short kick off the inside of the foot. And once again, Pontotoc's going to get excellent field position as it rolls out of bounds around the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 to go here for the Warriors, as they'll be operating at the Itawamba 33-yard line.
Another good opportunity here for the Warrior offense to score when they're down by 1 point now. It'd be a great time to at least get into Robert Bass field goal range here with 10:28 left here in the first half of play.
The Warriors need to take advantage of some of the field position that they've had through this first half. Let's see if they can do so here. 1st down at the 34. McBride on the option. He's going to pitch it out to the right. Clark is hitting the backfield and dropped at the 38-yard line. Breaking through that time, number 27, Dilworth, made the stop that time for the Indians. Going to be a loss of 3 on the play as they'll mark it at the 37.
Nice job there by Dilworth of coming up the field and making a big play for a loss of about 4 yards there on the play.
First carry of the night for Dedrick Clark. And we haven't seen Ellis Scott offensively tonight. He was in the game on that 4th and inches play, but the play never occurred because of the penalty against the Warriors. Movement along the right side that time, and let's see who they're going to call it against. 56 for Itawamba jumped across, and it will be offsides against the Indians, so a 5-yard penalty will be marked off. And so it'll make it second down at about 8.
Yeah, that was the exact same thing that occurred earlier in the game when it looked like Itawamba jumped one time earlier, but Pontotoc drew them off. But at that time, it was 56 on the defense that came across the ball a little bit early there.
Third down, 8 yards to go at the 32-yard line, Itawamba territory. 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, we have a penalty marker down. A lot of trouble with the motion offense tonight for Pontotoc. Let's see. Itawamba jumped across again. You know, it looks like Mike Itawamba is going with first movement, and when McBride pats that foot for his wingback to go in motion, they're jumping across almost every time.
Yeah, they really are. They hadn't figured out the snap count yet. They're going on, like you said, the first movement, and McBride picking his foot up and bringing it to the ground, trying to bring his motion man around, is definitely causing Itawamba some problems here in the early going. Now it is second down and about 3 yards to go for the first down. Ball on about the 27-yard line.
Once again, they jump across, and Pontotoc is going to get a first down via the penalty route. And it's all coming from the left defensive tackle and left defensive end that is doing the movement. And Coach Lynn Moore has to figure out how to make an adjustment. His defense right now is totally confused. And that will give Pontotoc another first down, and Itawamba is indeed going to call a timeout here to talk it over, to try to make some adjustments here. That was their 5th penalty for 30 yards, and 4 of those have been offside penalties against the defense. Some of the other games in the area tonight, of course, the Tupelo Golden Wave taking on Shannon, a battle of Lee County. Tupelo coach Phil Ferguson trying to rebound after an 0-3 start. It won't be easy tonight, Mike, as they're taking on Mike Scott's club, who is off to a 3-0 start this year.
Yeah, Ken Tops is a very good quarterback for Shannon and has caused some very big problems for people so far this year. And Tupelo has another tough one tonight, and looks like that the Tupelo Golden Wave could start off the season at 0-4. That's hard to believe, but that's very possible with the strength of Shannon Red Raiders. It's unbelievable exactly how much strength there is in 3A football.
And to top that off, they'll have to go down to Columbus next weekend. It definitely won't be easy as well. 1st and 10 Warriors at the 22-yard line. The give this time is to Ila Scott, and Scott powers his way down close to the 10-yard line. Finally ridden down around the 12-yard line. That should be close to a first down, depending on the spot.
Colburn leading the way for the Itawamba Indians there on the tackle. Others helped him out. That was really the first time we've seen Ellis Scott carry the ball tonight.
Gain of 9 for Scott. So it will be second down and 1 from the 12-yard line. Scott is your lone setback now behind McBride. Rucker in motion. The give is to McBride's going to keep it and ducks his head inside the 10 for a first down, where it'll be 1st and goal to go for the Warriors.
Yeah, nice job of picking up the first down there by McBride. Looked like there was a big hole there. If he would have given the ball to Ellis Scott, the first man through, he had a big hole there, but McBride elected to keep the ball and carry it for the first down on his own there inside the 10-yard line.
1st and goal to go from the 8. The give is to Scott, who has a big hole up the middle inside the 5 to the 4. There'll be a gain of 4 on the play. And so second down and goal from the 4 coming up here for the Warriors.
Second down, go from the 4.
Coach Robbins has used a lot of different people in the backfield through this first quarter and a half. And of course, now he's, after wearing them down a little bit, he's going to Scott. Now White in the backfield. They pitch it to White, who tries to sweep wide, and he's knocked down around the 3-yard line. Gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 3.
Yeah, it looked like if he could have recognized a little bit sooner to cut it up toward the middle of the field, he had a big gap there, but he elected to try to outrun everybody around the end and was unable to do that. And bringing up 3rd down situation here with about a good 3 yards to go here for the touchdown. Warriors definitely need some points on the board out of this drive.
Warriors a little bit confused on offense, and rather than make a mistake at this juncture of the game on this drive, they're going to take a timeout. That'll give us an opportunity to once again talk about some of the other games in the area. And of course, another big matchup in 3A up in New Albany. The undefeated Water Valley Blue Devils traveling over to take on New Albany. And Water Valley's really off to a good start this year. They have a deep team, Mike.
Yeah, they seem very impressive from what I've heard and read about them so far this year. And New Albany will definitely get a good test here also tonight. It'll be a tough time for the New Albany Bulldogs, no doubt about it.
Big 1A game in Region 1A, of course, in the north, as Smithville hosts Vardaman. Those two squads both have their sights on the playoffs. Smithville, of course, missed the playoffs last year, so they're wanting to get back. And right now, the Rams, who are 3-0, coming off a 70-0 thrashing of Biggersville last week. Odie Armstrong already 9 touchdowns in the first 3 games, so that should be a good one as well.
Yeah, it really should. Vardaman has put up some big numbers so far this year, and Odie Armstrong is definitely a good ball player that has potential of going to the next league and making some noise.
McBride to throw in the end zone, complete touchdown to Bishop. Well, there's that man we talked about, Braden Bishop, who gets wide open in the back corner of the end zone, and McBride able to hit him for his 2nd touchdown pass of the night. A 3-yard pass. McBride has completed 2 passes. Both of them have been for touchdowns. And now the Warriors go up 12-7. It looks like they're going to try to go for 2 here to make up for that missed extra point earlier.
Yeah, it does. They got a big, heavy backfield in there now. Wes Brooks, along with Ella Scott and Dietrich Clark, they've gone heavy in the backfield here trying to get this 2-point conversion.
McBride to throw, lobs it into the corner, and it's complete again to Bishop for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, the Warriors have gained their first lead of the night with 7:10 to go in the first half of play. It's the Warriors 14, Itawamba 7. We're going to take a break, hear from some more of our sponsors, and be back with more football, so stay with us. Back at Pontotoc, everyone, as Bass kicks it off here to the Indians. It's going to be fielded at the 12-yard line. Back up the field goes number 20, that is Colburn. Colburn still on his feet, finally thrown to the ground, back inside his own 20, but they're going to give him forward progress to the 21-yard line. And that's where the Indians will start this drive, 1st and 10 at the 21. So, Mike, really the defense has come up big after the opening drive. They made some adjustments, stopped Itawamba since then, and allowed the offense to gain some field position and put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they really have. Warrior defense has really stepped it up a notch. It was very shaky there on that opening drive. Itawamba looked like they had their way with the Warrior defense early, but since then, the Warrior defense has really stepped it up a notch.
Itawamba continues to flip-flop their quarterbacks, and there's Ellis Scott standing up the ball carrier that time around the 23-yard line after a pickup of only 2 that time for Raphael White. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Good job by Ellis Scott of coming up and from his middle linebacker position and making a big play. That was another great play there by the defense, and the Warrior defense has really stepped it up a notch here.
Dozier back to throw now. The left-handed passer has it go right through the hands of his intended receiver, and almost picked off that time by number 26, Jeffrey Hall. The intended receiver was Galvin McKinney. McKinney's a big receiver, 6'4.5", 214, and he had that one go right through his fingertips. It'll be 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
He really is a big target. Coming across that middle that time, he was wide open, but just couldn't hold on to the ball, and Hall almost made the interception.
Dozier under pressure and dropped by Scott. So Scott gets his first sack of the night as Dozier is thrown to the ground back at the 16-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll bring up once again 4th down for Itawamba.
This Warrior defense has really come to play here tonight after that opening drive. They have really woke up. The crowd is starting to get into it a little bit here and get behind these Warriors, and it has brought up another 4th down and long situation with Ron Winters awaiting on about the 48-yard line for this punt.
Swims will kick it away. This is a low end-over-end kick that hits an Itawamba player, so it'll be marked at that point. Around the 41-yard line, I believe, is where it made contact with the Indian defender, which should give Pontotoc once again excellent field position. So the Warriors have dominated the field position since the opening drive. And really, Mike, it was set up. The field position was gained by the great return there by Mr. Robbins.
That is correct. Pontotoc is definitely playing a field position game here once again. I believe they could have gotten a few more yards out of the roll if it hadn't hit the Itawamba player, but fortunately for the Pontotoc Warriors, it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 43-yard line. Timeout on the field.
Here's a timeout on the field. Let's talk about some of the other games in the area. One of Pontotoc's division foes, Saltillo, hosting Bruce tonight as the Trojans trying to get another win in the column. 1-2 off to a tough start after losing so many seniors from last year's ball club. Calhoun City is at home tonight in 1A against Faulkner as they open division play as well. Calhoun Academy travels down to Winona Christian. And Houston, the Battle of the Creek of Chickasaw County, will take on Okolona tonight. Lafayette County, Itawamba's opponent next week, travels up to play 5A Horn Lake. And the Oxford Chargers, who we saw earlier here on Cable 7 in Pontotoc, will take on Senatobia tonight, another one of those strong 3A ball clubs. So 1st and 10 to go here for the Warriors at the 43-yard line in Itawamba territory. Only option to give it to the first man through, that's White. And White on the dive play to about the 39-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 40, so a gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, another strong carry there by James White. Christian, number 45, on the tackle for the Itawamba Indians. After a gain of about 4 yards on the play, bringing up 2nd down and 6.
Timeout going to be taken here by the Warriors. Bride didn't like what he saw, and so he elects to burn a timeout, and I believe that may be the last timeout for Pontotoc, or they may have one left. One timeout, I guess, left. So 5:07 to go in the first half. Pontotoc 14, Itawamba 7. Let's take a break. Be back with more right after this. Welcome back to action number 1. 2nd down and 7 here for the Warriors at the 40-yard line. McBride wants to throw. As a man wide open, threw it over his head, incomplete. Braden Bishop had come out the flat around the 35-yard line. But McBride looked as though he rushed his throw a little bit and threw it over his head, incomplete.
Yeah, Braden Bishop, he was there on the play. I'm not exactly sure if Braden Bishop was expected to keep on running or if McBride, like you said, just hurried the ball and overshot his receiver. Anyway, it brings up 3rd down and 6, ball on about the 40-yard line.
3rd down, facing the Warriors here in Itawamba territory. 2 wide receivers, Rucker and Clark, go wide to the right. McBride wants to throw. Now he's going to swing it back to Bishop. Overshot him again, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And most likely a punting situation here for the Warriors.
Yeah, good job of pressure up the middle that time by Itawamba. By number 10, Swims on the pressure heavily right up the middle. McBride rushed his throw just a little bit, and the play was never able to get underway. Bishop is now in punt formation. 4th down and 6, ball on the 39-yard line.
Back deep to receive is going to be Noah Swims along with Colburn. 4:56 to go. It's a fake. And White is all alone with 30, 25, and 1st down Pontotoc. Excellent call that time by head coach Dennis
That's
Robbins.
right on the carry.
And it's going to be a first down here.
He's knocked
James
out of
White
bounds.
takes it all the way down to the 19-yard line.
At about the 19-yard line.
That's going to be a gain of 21 yards.
First and 10, Pontotoc.
And a first down for the Warriors.
Big gutsy call there by the Warrior head coach Dennis Robbins. Called a big time play there and called Itawamba off guard with their guards down and gives Pontotoc a chance to capitalize here from about the 20-yard line. Ellis Scott now in the backfield for the Warriors.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Handoff goes to Scott and Scott.
Scott on the carry with a
Down to
flag
the
on the
16-yard
play.
line.
Flags on the play.
That's going to back the Warriors up.
Holding against the Warriors.
Holding is the call. 10-yard penalty will mark it back to the
This
30-yard
ball
line,
back to the 30-yard line.
where it's going to
First
be
down and
first
20.
and 20. Fourth penalty against the Warriors for 35 yards tonight. McBride under center. Fakes the handoff. Gives it up to Rucker. Rucker's all alone. The 20, the 10, heading to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Pontotoc. Carries it in for 30 yards. Put the Warriors on top 20-7.
Nice job there by Brian Rucker coming around on the end around. McBride gave it to him with a great fake. Drew the defense toward the other side of the field, and McBride did just a great job of faking there, and Brian Rucker just used his speed to get into the end zone there. Robert Bass on out of the Rob Pickett hold here for the extra point for the Warriors.
20-7 is your score with 4:32 to play in the first half. The snap is good, the kick is up, and it is good.
That's the kick is good. It's Pontotoc 21.
21, Itawamba 7. We'll take a break and be back with more Warrior football right after this. Here's the kickoff, and it's a good kickoff by Bass, and it goes through the end zone for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Itawamba will take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Nice job by Robert Bass kicking the ball deep into the end zone. No chance of returning that one there for Itawamba, and they'll be taking the ball first and 10 on their own 20-yard line here to start this drive with 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in the first half from Warrior Field.
Lewis Lee back up under center. Pitch sweep this time to Swims. Swims cuts it back into about the 27-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. And Swims, who started out on fire, had 51 yards on the opening drive. Since then, he's been held only 14.
Yeah, he got his feet back up under him there and got up ahead of Steams and picked up another nice gain there for the Itawamba offense. The Pontotoc caught scratching their heads there is exactly what was going on. Looks like a little confusion here by Itawamba here once again on this 2nd down and 3 situation.
2nd and 3, back to throw is Lee. Lee throws it down the field, and it's going to be complete to the 46-yard line. That's Scotty Nichols on the reception to the 46. So a gain of 27 on the play. And a first down for Itawamba. So they're trying to put some points on the board here with 3:44 to go in the first half. Still plenty of time to play.
Yeah, Hall just waited on the ball to come to him that time instead of breaking on the ball as soon as it was passed, and the receiver was able to catch it. Nice tackle there by 22, Dietrich Clark on the far side of the field.
Swims has dropped around the 44-yard line, I believe. They'll mark it just inside the 44, so a gain of 2 on the play for Noah Swims.
2nd down and 7. Now it's 44.
line. Second down, 8 yards to go. They're going to keep it on the ground. Estes cuts it back. He's to the 30. Down inside the 25 to the 20-yard line. A gain of 24 on the play. And a first down for Itawamba.
Rooker makes the stop. First and 10, Itawamba. Ball with the Pontotoc 20.
Timeout on the field by the Pontotoc Warriors.
With the timeout, we'll take 1-2. 2:52 to go in the first half. Itawamba on the move, trailing Pontotoc 21-7. Welcome back, everyone, here at Pontotoc. Don Brooks along with Mike Campbell as Itawamba trying to put some points on the board here before the half. And they're going to hand it off here to Swims. And Swims spins his way inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line, which will bring up second down and 8 yards to go. Second and 8 for the 19-yard line. Lewis Lee looks over the defense. A 5-man front for the Warriors. They give us to Swims. Swims cuts it back, spins his way, and is still on his feet. Somehow able to keep his feet despite a hard hit that time. And he's inside the 10-yard line. Or actually, they're going to mark him at about the 11. That will be enough, I believe, for the first down as they stop the clock. It looks like they will bring out the chains to measure here.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Swims there, keeping his feet. A good spin move after the first initial hit, bouncing the ball all the way up to, it looks like, the 10-yard line.
14 carries for 77 yards now for Noah Swims, so he's pretty much been the offense tonight for Itawamba. Taking a long look at it. Apparently it's going to be a little bit short. So it will bring up third down and inches here for Itawamba with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Big play here for Pontotoc to stop this drive here after a couple of very good defensive stands here. Itawamba looks like they're back to their opening drive performance again here on this drive and have marched it right down Pontotoc's throat here at the latter stages of the first half here for a great drive.
Quarterback sneak is going to be a first down and more for Lewis Lee as he's down to about the 5-yard line. That'll stop the clock to move the chains, and it'll be first and goal to go here for the Indians.
Nice job of quarterback sneak there by the quarterback. Lee picking up big yardage all the way down inside the 5-yard line where it'll be first and goal from about the 4-yard line of the Pontotoc Warriors.
Coach Lynn Moore has used the dual quarterback system tonight, but Lee's been the one that has driven them down the field with the most success. And there's a tough, hard run by Noah Swims. Did he get in? I believe he did.
The official on the far side of the field did look like he said it was a touchdown, but none of the other referees have indicated anything yet.
Special teams had run on the field, and they're going to come up a little bit short, it looks like, as they're going to spot it inside the 1-yard line. So we'll pick up a 4 for Noah Swims. It'll be second down and goal with 1:11 to go. And now a timeout is taken by Itawamba as they're not in the proper set here for this second down and goal play. We'll keep it here with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go in the first half. And Mike, I tell you what, Itawamba trying to get some points here before the half, but Pontotoc has to be pleased to be able to put 21 points on the board here in the first half.
Yeah, they really do. After the first drive by Itawamba, the Pontotoc defense has been strong the whole first half other than the first drive except for now, and big time play here coming up for the Warrior defense. Lynn Moore's Itawamba Indians, I know, would like to get another score here in this first half to make it a 7-point ball game going into halftime, but it'll definitely be a big test for the Warrior defense to keep them out with the ball inside the 1-yard line.
That'll definitely shift the momentum in the favor of Itawamba if they can put the ball in the end zone here. I formation here with Swims your tailback. Give this to Swims, and Swims bounces off the initial tackle from Scott and spins into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Pontotoc 21, Itawamba 13.
So a 1-yard touchdown run by Noah Swims has cut the lead to 8 with a PAT coming up.
Dozier off to attempt the extra point.
Dozier will attempt the PAT here to try to cut the lead to 7 here. Lewis Lee, the holder. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with a minute 6 to go in the first half, the score, Pontotoc 21, Itawamba 6. And we'll take a break. We'll take a break and be back with more. So stay with us. You're watching Pontotoc football right after this. Here's the kickoff as White lets it fly, and Pontotoc's going to get away from it, and it's going to go across the goal line into the end zone.
White kick goes in the end zone. Pontotoc will take it. First and 10 from their own.
So the Warriors will start at first and 10 at their 20 with only a minute 6 to go here in the first half. Stay with us at halftime. We'll have the Pontotoc marching band as well as some first half stats for you. So let's see what the Warriors will elect to do here with only a minute and 6 seconds to go in the first half. Whether Coach Robbins will be content to go into the locker room with a 7-point lead. The give is to White up the middle, and White is grabbed by the face mask, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty after a pickup of 3 on the play. So 15 yards, Mike, and that gives you a little more field position. You might want to take a couple of shots here with McBride throwing the football.
Yeah, I believe I would try to definitely get back some of the momentum here after Itawamba with a scoring drive of their own here. I believe if I was Pontotoc, I would definitely try to get in range and let my young kicker Robert Bass have a shot at a field goal here to close out the first half here. But you never can tell exactly what the coaches might have up their sleeves after they've already pulled a few tricks out of the bag earlier tonight. We hope that Pontotoc here can definitely get the momentum back here going into halftime.
Right, we've already seen a fake punt tonight by Pontotoc, which was a big play in keeping that last drive alive. Now it's first and 10 at the 38-yard line for McBride. In motion goes Clark. The give is to Rucker. That's the same play they scored on. Rucker this time is going to have the ball taken out of his hands. Itawamba's going to have the football. Pontotoc 40-yard line. It's number 45 at the time for Itawamba.
40-yard line.
Blake Christian just took it right out of the hands of Rucker. And Rucker's a little bit slow to get to his feet this time, but it will be Itawamba ball at the Pontotoc 40-yard line.
Nice job of taking the ball right out of Rucker's hand right there for Itawamba's Christian, number 45, with a big turn of events here with 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. A play from Warrior Field. Itawamba with a good chance here to strike once again here with 40 seconds left here in the first half.
That's your first turnover of the night. Back to throw is Lewis Lee. Lee, under pressure, rolls to his right and throws incomplete at the shoestrings of his intended receiver, number 40, Keith Huddleston. It'll be second down and 10.
Second down and 10.
Good pressure there by Crump there for the Warriors, 66, with a heavy pressure there on the quarterback. Lee causing a little bit of duress by the quarterback, throwing a little short of his receiver, bringing up second down and 10. 33 ticks left on the first half clock.
Lee back to throw in the pocket, goes over the middle, and it is incomplete. Almost picked off that time. Number 12, Dustin Robbins, who almost made an excellent diving catch, but it hit the ground incomplete, so it'll be a third down and 10 yards to go.
Dustin Robbins, number 12, has had a very nice first half of play here for the young man here. He hasn't seen all that much action so far this year, but has really come to life here in this 4th game of the year here for Pontotoc.
3rd down, 10 yards to go here for the Indians. Lee back to throw in the pocket, good protection, throws over the middle, complete, and then dropped. He had it in his grasp, hold on. As Estes was open over the middle, the ball after the hit, not able to hold on. It'll be 4th down and 10. And now let's see what Itawamba's going to do here.
Great hit there by number 82, Ron Winter, coming from his cornerback position, staying right with the receiver and delivering a big blow that caused the ball to come loose there, and big incompletion, bringing up 4th down.
They're going to go for it. Lee back to throw. Lee throws down the middle, and it is incomplete. Nearly picked off that time by Dustin Robbins, but he really did the wise thing by not picking that ball. Now Pontotoc will get the football back, but only 15 seconds to go. As an excellent stand that time by the defense, as Itawamba goes 4 and out on 4 consecutive incomplete passes.
Yeah, great job there by the secondary there of the Warriors of covering receivers up and delivering a couple of big blows, and keeps Itawamba from having any kind of success here in the closing seconds here of the first half. Warriors with the ball with 15 seconds left, 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line.
McBride is going to take a knee, and that should run out the clock. And we're going to go to the locker room here with a 7-point advantage for the Pontotoc Warriors. So 1 half complete here in a battle of 4A versus 3A. And the Warriors have the upper hand right now by the score of 21-14. We're going to take a break and be back with the marching band from Pontotoc and also some first half stats for you. So stay with us. You're watching Pontotoc Warrior football here on Cable 7. Back in a moment. Where the Pontotoc Warriors on top of the Itawamba Indians by the score of 21-14. We're going to take you down to the field now to take a look at the Pontotoc marching band, and then when we come back, we're going to take a look at some first half statistics from upstairs here in the first half.
And don't I look good right now? Say yeah. Okay, let me tell you about a plan to help a special program that benefits our students' education. I hear folks are adding to this endowment for excellence in education. You have a great opportunity here to help with that. For $120, can have your name and graduating class year put on a brass plate, and it can be placed on my back. Your $120 stays in this fund for your kids and your grandkids. Only the interest in this money is used for teacher mini grants to better educate our students. Brass plates in honor or in memory of someone are fine too. I've got about 650 brothers and sisters that would love to have little brass plates on their backs too. Why don't you just get one? Now's the time to do it. Put your dollars in the fund and help educate our future students that will sit on me for years to come. I'm willing to hold up my end, I'm willing to do my part. Would you do yours? See Jeff Axe or George Stigall, and them folks will help you out. Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the All-Superior Pontotoc High School Warrior Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum major Elizabeth Kidd. We invite you to join tonight's performance of international dance music. Join us now as we boogie down, samba with us to the classic sound of Brazil, and experience the rhythmic sound of the Serengeti in our drum feature, Ngoma. Tonight the band will close the show with the hot Latin tune, Tiger of San Pedro. Featured soloists are Garyon Judon, Daniel Payton, Brad Griffin, Michael Franklin, Crystal McMillan, Timothy Crawford, Tabitha Swan, and Lee Pitts.
Great job by the Pontotoc Marching Band here at halftime, doing an excellent job of entertaining the fans here. And it is a very nice turnout tonight by the Pontotoc Warrior fans for this big game here at home. And let's take a look now at some first half stats for you. First of all, individually for the Itawamba Indians, Noah Swims, 16 carries for 82 yards. Esters, 3 carries for 29 yards. White had 2 carries for 4 yards. Lewis Lee, your quarterback, 2 carries for 8 yards. And Dozier had 1 carry for -7 yards. For Pontotoc, first of all, let's give you the totals. Also in the passing department, Lewis Lee was 3 out of 9 for 48 yards. Dozier was 0 for 1 for no yards. Total rushing yards for Itawamba, 116, 48 yards in the air, 164 of total offense. For the Warriors, James White was your leading ball carrier, 8 carries for 44 yards. Brian Rucker, 3 carries for 28 yards. 2 carries for 13 yards for Ellis Scott. McBride carried twice for 2 yards. Robbins, 2 carries for 0 yards. And Dedrick Clark, 1 carry for -3 yards. Jason McBride was 2 out of 5 passing for 39 yards and 2 touchdowns. Pontotoc rushing the ball, 84 yards rushing, 39 passing. Total offense of 123 in the first half. Penalty yards, Itawamba 6 penalties for 45 yards. Pontotoc 4 penalties for 35 yards. Let's take a look at the JB's quick stop first half scoring summary. Itawamba struck first with 8:40 to go in the first quarter of play. Noah Swims carried it in from 18 yards out. Dozier added the extra point, and at that point it was 7-0. But just over a minute later, Pontotoc came right back. A 36-yard touchdown pass from Jason McBride to Brian Rucker. The extra point was no good, and with 7:11 to go in the first quarter, it was Itawamba 7 and Pontotoc 6. Midway through the second quarter, the Warriors struck again with a 3-yard touchdown pass from Jason McBride to Braden Bishop. Then the 2-point conversion. McBride once again hooked up with Bishop to make the score 14-7 Pontotoc. And then after a fake punt by Coach Dennis Robbins, Brian Rucker carried it in around the left end for 30 yards touchdown run. Bass added the PAT, and with 4:32 to go of the first half, it was 21-7. But Itawamba able to drive down the field in just over 3 minutes to go, or just over 3 minutes on the drive, and put the ball in the end zone with a 1-yard touchdown run by Noah Swims, his second of the night. Dozier added the extra point, and with 1:06 to go in the first half, that ended the scoring, and it's now 21-14. 1 turnover in the first half. That was a fumble by the Warriors, and Itawamba did not turn the football over. So we're back and ready for second half action now, as Robbins and Winter are back deep to receive. Ball trickles away from Winter. Robbins picks it up at the 10, gets up to across the 20 to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will go on offense. 1st and 10 to go at their own 23-yard line. Well, Mike, I think if you're Coach Robbins, you have to be pleased with your first half. He would have liked to have gotten out of there without that last score, but you put 21 points, you're up by 7. Have to feel pretty good.
You're exactly right. We should have tried a little earlier in the ball game to hold on defense, and could have kept them off the scoreboard there late in the game. And we have to get back on track right here with our offense.
Here's the give to Scott, and Scott powers his way up to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 5. So we'll see if they try to get Ellis Scott a little more involved in the offense in the second half, as he only rushed 2 times in the first half, as we told you, for 13 yards. So they would like to pound him a few times and try to wear down that Itawamba defense. Of course, only returning 5 starters from last year's squad, and did give up 21 points in the first half. 2nd down and 5. Here's the option. The give is to Scott again. He's got a 1st down up to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7 on the play, and that'll move the chains.
Yes, Scott looks very fresh here coming out of the gates here early in the second half. Like you mentioned in the first half, Pontotoc is fortunate to have some fresh legs in numerous times here in the first half and the start of the second half. We got Ella Scott running the ball hard here with fresh legs because we have a very good stock of running backs this year.
1st and 10 to go here for the Warriors. The give is to Dedrick Clark. Clark, a little bit of running room and almost lost the fumble, lost the handle on the ball that time as he gets up to about the 38-yard line. Be a gain of 3 on the play for Clark. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
45 Dilworth there with a good stop there for the Indians, bringing up 2nd down and about 7 yards to go.
Scott's your lone setback with a double wingback set here for the Warriors, leading 21-14 in this football game. McBride is going to hand it off to Rucker. That play's been successful tonight, and Rucker gets to the outside once again, has a 1st down and more into Itawamba territory down to the 48-yard line. Going to be a pickup on the play of 14 yards and another 1st down.
Yeah, nice job by number 30 Rucker on the end around once again. Rough with the tackle there for the Indians. After the ball crossed the midfield stripe all the way to the 48-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Warriors.
So the Warriors once again moving the ball here to open the second half. Here's the give to Scott. Scott trying to get to the outside, turns the corner, and out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. That should be another 1st down, as Ellis Scott showing some speed to go with his power that time, as he was able to get to the outside and pick up 10 yards on the play in what appears to be enough for the 1st down, as officials are eyeing it right now. Looks like they're going to bring out the chains.
38-yard line, a little longer timeout for movement.
Ellis Scott, of course, the 3A powerlifting champ in his weight class, and also the shot put champion from last spring. Has a good mixture of speed and power here on the football field.
He really is a big-time player, and hope he stays healthy the rest of the year and gets a chance to take his talent to the next level, maybe next year.
They bring the chains all the way across the field. And it is indeed a Pontotoc 1st down, as Coach Robbins and Jason McBride talk it over at midfield. McBride will head back. He's had a good game here tonight, directing this offense. 2 touchdown passes for the senior quarterback. Warriors have eaten up 2.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter clock here on this drive. Here's the give to Rucker once again. This time it is read perfectly by the defensive end. And Rucker had to cut it back inside to the 36-yard line. Still a pickup of 3 on the play.
Itawamba did a lot better job that time on defense, recognizing the end around there by Rucker, and he had to cut it upfield instead of bouncing it outside as he's done most of the night so far. And a gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Rucker and Clark are your wing backs. And Rucker goes in motion. The give is to Clark this time. Same play, opposite direction. Clark's got an opening. He's going to score. 10-5, touchdown Warriors. Dedrick Clark able to get out into the open that time. And once he got into the open field, there was nobody there that could touch him. And so once again, the Warriors are on the board as they extend that lead up to 27-14. Extra point coming up here for Robert Bass.
Yeah, there again, the fresh legs of the Warriors helped them out there, and Dedrick Clark, we've seen limited carries tonight with fresh legs, just outran the defense.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. And so the Warriors take 3 minutes and 9 seconds on the opening drive of the second half and have once again extended their lead back up to 14. 28-14 as they top it off there with a 33-yard touchdown run by Dedrick Clark. We're going to take a break and hear from some more of our sponsors and be back with more action after these messages. Pass kicks it off. It's a low kick. It's going to be fielded around the 15-yard line. Brought back up the middle to the 30. Dilworth was your ball carrier that time on the return. Itawamba's going to have relatively good field position to open their first drive of the second half. They'll mark it around the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 to go for the Indians.
Number 60, Neil May, and number 22, Dedrick Clark on the stop to the Warriors. Chance once again for the Warrior defense to step up here and keep the momentum going in their direction.
Look, Dozier's back in at quarterback, and Dozier on the option is going to take it up to the 34-yard line for a pickup of 5. He's a sophomore. He's the future for Coach Lynn Moore, but they've used the dual quarterback system here tonight with Lewis Lee, the senior, and then Dozier. It'll be 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Well, Lee has directed both of the scoring drives tonight, but Dozier has shown a pretty good arm. Here's Swims sweeping to the outside, and Swims is going to have some running room down the far sidelines. He tiptoes his way. Let's see where they mark him out. It looks like around the 48-yard line in Itawamba territory. That'll be a pickup on the play of about 14 yards and a 1st down.
Another nice run there by Swim. He's a very elusive runner that shown very good speed here tonight.
Sims, a senior, had a great year last year. Here's the give up the middle to Swims. This time it was a little communication problem between he and his quarterback Dozier. He's late getting the handoff and only able to pick up 1 to the 49-yard line. Good defense that time by the Warriors up top.
Yeah, nice job by Westbrooks once again, coming from his down lineman position, number 34. Westbrooks has had a nice game tonight for the Warrior defense.
Nichols goes wide to the right. Back to throw. He looks for Nichols, throws it out complete, and that's going to be a 1st down to the Pontotoc 41-yard line. Going to be a pickup of 10 on the play, and another 1st down for the Indians.
Nice throw and catch there, and real nice catch there by Nichols with Winter covering on the play for the Warriors.
First completion of the night for Dozier. He's now 1 out of 2 for 10 yards. Here's the give to Estes, and he is dropped. Esters is dropped at the 39-yard line after a gain of only 2. Dedrick Clark in on the stop along with some others. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now. Back to throw, 3-step drop, throws it out complete inside the 35. It's going to be another 1st down to the 31-yard line, complete to Scotty Nichols. A pickup of 8 on the play and just enough for another Itawamba 1st down.
Dozier and Nichols look like a good combination here for Itawamba on this drive here. That's 2 fine throws and catches. Dozier looks like he is very promising little left-handed quarterback here for the Itawamba Indians.
He has looked good in his playing time here, and this is 2nd possession of the night, I believe. Here's the option, they give it, and there's a fumble on the play, and the Warriors have it. Number 34, Kevin Westbrooks, who's had a good ball game so far tonight, was able to fall on that one. And so there's your first turnover of the night for Itawamba, and that will deny them on this particular drive, and the Warriors will take over at the 30-yard line.
Nice job of clogging up the middle there for the Warriors, and Itawamba lost the ball. And the Warriors did a good job of falling on the ball once again. Kevin Westbrook. Big play for the Warrior defense. Timeout on the field.
6:27 to go in the third quarter. Warriors 28, Indians 14. Let's take a break and be back with more Pontotoc football after these messages. We're back here at Pontotoc Field as the Warriors take over possession of the football after the fumble at their own 30-yard line. McBride, play action, wants to throw. Throws it, and it is complete at the 47-yard line to Barry Logan. A gain of 17 on the play. As Logan, a backup tight end, comes in, makes a fine catch there. They're going to mark him at the 46, so we'll call it a gain of 16 on the play.
Yeah, that was a nice route by Logan and a nice job of recognition by McBride that he was open, and a nice job of delivering the ball, and a big first down here with 6 minutes left in the third quarter here for the Warriors.
Itawamba jumps offside again. This time it's the right defensive end that jumped as Dedrick Clark went in motion, and Itawamba hasn't been able to figure that out all night long. You wouldn't think sending a man in motion, Mike, would be that uncommon, but Itawamba so far tonight has not been able to adjust at all.
They really haven't. It's thrown for a loop, and they just really hadn't figured out the snap count yet. McBride has done the same thing all night, and they're still having trouble picking up exactly when the ball's being snapped. They're not watching the ball, evidently.
That's their 7th penalty of the night for 50 yards. Most of those have been for offsides. So it's 1st and 5 here at the midfield stripe for the Warriors. This time the give is to White, and White dives over the left side for maybe a yard to the 49 in Itawamba territory. There'll be a pickup of 1 on the play. White has seen a lot of action tonight from the fullback position. That's his 9th carry for 45 yards, so he's averaging a solid 5 yards per carry. It'll be 3rd down, 5 yards to go from just inside Itawamba territory. Indians show blitz here. And the handoff goes to Ron Winter, and Winter is grabbed in the backfield and thrown for a loss. Antonio Dilworth came in to make the stop in the backfield, and it'll be a loss of 4 on the play. And we'll set up a punting situation here for the Warriors. Or actually, excuse me, it's only 3rd down. So 3rd down and 9. Two wide receivers go wide to the left in Winter and Robbins. Rolling that way is McBride. Throws out in the flat, and it's complete to Winter, who stumbles and dives his way close to a 1st down inside the 45-yard line, and they're going to mark it just shy, I believe, of the yardstick. It will be a pickup of 8 on the play and bring up 4th and short.
I believe I'd bring in my heavy package that we saw down on the goal line here earlier in the game and try to pick this half-yard up. They might can draw the defense off sides here, though. They've been fortunate enough to do that several times here earlier tonight, so it'd be interesting to see exactly what unfolds right here.
Ellis Scott is in the backfield, but it's going to be McBride who has the 1st down as he carries it straight ahead for a gain of 2. As he just followed his big offensive line down to the 30 or the 43-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. And so the Warriors continued to eat up that clock here in the 3rd period. Have already put 7 points on the board and now are looking for more. McBride on the option, ball pops out, picked up by Itawamba. That's Dilworth. Dilworth is going to be finally wrestled to the ground in Warrior territory at the 46-yard line. So there's the big play you wanted if you're an Itawamba fan. As the ball popped straight up in the air as a hard hit right on the football that time, and the Warriors turn it over for the second time tonight.
Yeah, the ball hit a Itawamba player's helmet, bounced straight up and bounced right into the hand of the Itawamba defender, who was able to corral the ball and take it all the way back to the 46-yard line, where it'll be excellent starting field position here for Itawamba with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
So 1st and 10 for Itawamba, trailing in the ball game 28-14. And now they're going to come back with Lewis Lee. The give is off the left side to Swims, and Swims is down to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 6 on the play. And that just put Noah Swims over 100 yards for the night. 19 carries, 103 yards. 2nd down and 4 here for the Indians.
Little confusion here in the backfield for the Indians.
Give once again to Swims, and this time he is stacked up. Ellis Scott was in on the tackle along with number 54, Brian White. It looked like number 34, Kevin Westbrooks, was in on the stop as well. No gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Chance here for the Warrior defense to come up big here on this 3rd down and 4 situation. Itawamba looking to keep this drive alive here on the 40-yard line.
Nichols wide to the near side. Winter has the coverage on him. The give is to Swims, and Scott is there again to hit him in the backfield. Swims able to dive forward to get back to the line of scrimmage. But another big play by the senior Ellis Scott.
Nice job of Ellis Scott coming through, making a big hit in the backfield and corralling him on the 40-yard line, bringing up 4th down and 4, and Itawamba wants a timeout.
So on 4th and 4, Coach Lynn Moore wants to think about it here with 1:28 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Once again, let's take a look at the sponsors making this game possible for you here tonight. Tudor Funeral Home in Pontotoc, also Jackson Implement Company, Montgomery Drugs, First National Bank in Pontotoc as well, JB's Quick Stop, Russell Oil Company, People's Bank of Pontotoc, Hangouts Daycare, Ken Nyland Insurance, OneCallIncorporated.com, Daffodils Flowers and Finery, Charlie Robinson Cattle Buyers, Springer Discount Homes in Houston, Pontotoc, and Woodland, Stegall Ford in Pontotoc, Classic Exteriors, professional vinyl siding installation located in Houston, and also Hunter's Hollow in Oxford. Warriors on top, 28-14. Itawamba trying to get back into this football game. They led at one point, 7-0. But then the Warriors ran off 21 unanswered points. And now lead by 14. A 4th down and 4. They're going to go for it as Lee will hand it off to his tailback Swims. Swims coughed it up. And it doesn't matter who has it because it's going to be Warrior football at the 38-yard line. So this is Academic here who recovered the fumble, because regardless, the Warriors are going to take over. It is Warrior football, so it will go down as a turnover in the books. And the Warriors come up big once again, Mike, on defense.
Yeah, they really do. That was a big-time play there. Nice hit delivered there in the middle of the Warrior defense, causing a fumble. But like you said, it was just a matter of everybody umpiring, because it was going to be Warrior football either way, because he was a few yards short of the 1st down marker. And now the Warriors do take over, 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line.
McBride is back out. He's gone the entire way tonight for the Warriors. Gives it to his fullback, James White, and White gets it up to the 42-yard line. A nice pickup of 4 on the play. And once again, Warriors continue to work on that clock as they milk it down now to the 1:06 mark. I know Coach Robbins would like to put another score on the board here and get a little more comfortable. 2nd down and 6 yards to go from the 42. The give is to White once again, sweeping to the right side, and he is going to be dragged to the ground at the line of scrimmage. There's a penalty marker down. And that came in the area of holding. And that is indeed the call, so they'll back up the Warriors 10 yards here. Well, stay tuned next week. We'll have Pontotoc Warrior football coming to you from Kossuth. First division game of the season as the Aggies, who had a tremendous season last year, as they made their way into the playoffs. Lost a lot of seniors from that club, but they're wanting to get back there again this year, so Pontotoc will have to go on the road with a tough opener there, Mike.
Yeah, they really will. Our division's so evenly matched at the top again this year. Pontotoc was the odd man out last year, and I'd say probably more than likely somebody will get left out again this year with, we've already mentioned Corinth, Ripley, and Pontotoc all very strong at the top, but Kossuth definitely could be a factor.
Dedrick Clark carries it around the right side and picks up 7 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Pontotoc needs a big play here as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter at Warrior Field.
The end of the 3rd quarter. Pontotoc Warriors 28.
So that'll do it for 3 quarters of play. Warriors lead this football game by the score of 28-14. We're going to take a break and be back with more action. You're watching Warrior football on Cable 7. Stay with us. Welcome back to action, everyone, here from Pontotoc. Don Brooks along with Mike Campbell and Jason Ritchie, bringing you Warrior football here on a week 4 of the season, and now we're going to have an illegal procedure. It's a left tackle move that time for the Warriors, and that'll back them up 5 yards.
Yeah, that was another costly penalty there for the Warriors, backing them up 5 4 yards. Pontotoc has to have some discipline here in this 4th quarter and try to hold the penalties down to a minimum, trying to hold off these Itawamba Indians who definitely will make at least one more surge here in the 4th quarter, you know.
Back to throw is McBride, complete to Bishop. And Bishop is inside Itawamba territory to the 47-yard line. That's going to be enough for the 1st down. A gain of 22 yards, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Have a nice job by our quarterback, #1, Jason McBride, recognizing Bishop out in the flats there for the Warriors and delivering a strike. McBride has had a very nice ball game here tonight for the Warriors.
That's a huge play right there on a 3rd down and 17, able to pick up the 1st down. Now the Indians stack the line. McBride's going to pitch it, try to get it wide to White, and White breaks the initial tackler and gets inside the 45 to the 43. We'll pick up a 4 on the play.
White again with another fine run. He's been the workhorse here tonight for the Warriors with the majority of the carries, and has done a real job protecting the ball.
2nd down and a long sits. 10:58 and rolling here in the 4th quarter. Touchdown here could really put some breathing room between the Warriors and their opponent. Here's the give to Rucker. Rucker's trying to get to the corner, but he's hit and dropped in the backfield. Good defensive pressure that time by #9, Thrasher. Stephen Thrasher came through and read that one. That's a play the Warriors have used tonight and have been successful most of the times they've run it, but this time Thrasher was able to read it and drop him back at the 47 for a loss of 4.
Another big 3rd down play here for the Warrior offense. At about the 10-minute mark here in the 4th quarter of play from Warrior Field. Itawamba looking for a big stop on 3rd down, wanting the ball back here desperately.
Warriors are taking a long time in the huddle. They may be going to take a timeout. They are going to let the clock roll down. And then they're going to burn a timeout. First timeout taken in the second half by the Warriors with 10 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Pontotoc leads at 28-14. I tell you, Pontotoc has come out and really has been able to control the football. We don't have any stats on the time of possession, but definitely here in the second half, they've been able to keep the ball on the ground primarily, Mike, and then put together a couple of passes when they needed it from McBride to really move those chains up and down the field.
Yeah, they really have. They've run the ball well here second half, keeping Itawamba on their toes on defense, and like you said, they've come up with a couple big third down pass plays from McBride to keep alive here, and they have to do it one more time with a big third down and 10 situation. Ball resting on about the 47-yard line.
McBride is 5 out of 8 for 85 yards passing tonight. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Good night for the senior. 2 wide receivers split wide to the right. And Clark and Rucker. And back to throw is McBride. He sets up a screen and throws it right into the hands. So I might have spoken a little bit too soon, as it is picked off by number 48 of Itawamba. That is Eric Stevens. That's the third Warrior turnover, and Itawamba takes over at the 45.
First big mistake McBride's made all night here at a very costly time. Gives Itawamba inside look here from about the 44-yard line to capitalize on this turnover here would be a real big boost here to this Itawamba club here. Well, under the 10-minute mark here left in this game, down 14 points.
Lewis Lee, the senior, back out at the quarterback position as he works out of the I formation. They're going to give to the tailback, and that is Esther. Esther may have lost the ball. Looks like if he did fall on it at the 44-yard line after a pickup of 1. Itawamba's going with a no huddle here. The time not on their side right now, as it's 9.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Second down and 9. Swims is your lone setback now with a double wing back set. And they pitch it to Swims, who sweeps it to the left, has a little bit of running room, breaks the tackle, and has a first down inside the Pontotoc 30-yard line to the 29-yard line. A pickup of 15 on the play. And they'll quickly get back up to the line of scrimmage as Lee looks to his sideline to get the play call from head coach Lynn Moore.
Swims is very elusive. He can bounce around like a pinball 2 or 3 times before he's brought to the turf, and has been very elusive tonight, and has been very, very tough for this Itawamba football team.
Once again, Swims is going to get the rock, and he'll carry it down to about the 25 this time. There's an injured player on the field here for the Warriors. It'll be a gain of 4 yards that time for Swims. You know, Noah Swims is not a very big guy. He weighs in at 164 pounds, only 5'9", but he's been a workhorse tonight. 23 carries for 122 yards.
He is a good-looking young ball player here for Itawamba. And is very elusive and got very good speed, and has really hurt the Warriors here tonight.
We have an injury timeout on the field, so let's take a break. You're watching Pontotoc Warrior football. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. Kendall Crum was your injured player, but he did leave the field under his own power, so hopefully he's okay. Lee back to throw, swings it out in the flat, and the pass is incomplete at the 20-yard line. Intended that time for Scotty Nichols. It'll bring up a third down now. 3rd and 5.
Big play for the Warrior defense one more time here with a 3rd down and 5. Ball on the 25 for Itawamba.
Pitch sweep to Swims. Swims trying to get to the corner. He's hit and knocked down inside the 20-yard line at around the 19. That's going to be close to a first down. A pickup of 5 on the play. It is going to be short. So 4th down and less than a yard to go here for Itawamba. This is a big play right here.
It really is. Be a big time play here for the Warriors if they can hold out Itawamba right here.
4th and 1. They keep it on the ground, and Swims has a first down and more as he is still on his feet inside the 10, spinning his way, and he's going to be in the end zone. What a run by Noah Swims. A 20-yard touchdown run, and Swims has his 3rd touchdown of the night. And now a chance for the Indians to cut the lead to 7.
Swims is a very tough runner here for Itawamba. And Pontotoc is definitely going to figure out something here in the late stage of this game to keep Noah Swims made somehow.
Extra point is blocked. So a big time play that time. I wasn't able to catch who got in there and block that extra point, but it keeps it an 8-point ball game as the kick fails. And so at the 7:47 mark of the 4th quarter, your score, Itawamba 28, Pontotoc 20. So Noah Swims now having a great game, 148 yards rushing. He's basically been the entire offense. You take him away, and Itawamba doesn't have hardly anything.
They really don't. He's been the workhorse, like you stated earlier, and he's done a great job of carrying the ball here tonight with a lot of confidence, and has really hurt the Pontotoc Warriors here tonight. It'll be interesting here to see if the Warriors can answer.
Stay with us at the conclusion of this game. We will be selecting our Montgomery Drugs player of the game. But still a lot of football to go in this one. And the Warriors, with the turnover, the interception, giving Itawamba new life, and they take advantage. There's the kickoff by Raphael White. It's going to be fielded by Robbins back at his goal line, and Robbins is hit hard as he gets up to the 20-yard line. So the Warriors now must put together a good drive, work some clock, and put together some first downs and try to keep that ball out of the hands of that Itawamba offense.
Yeah, they really do. They need to get a good, strong drive here with some good hard running and tick the clock on down. We're at the 7:42 mark right here, and be big if Pontotoc could get a nice 80-yard drive here for a score to help them out here in the waning stages here of this ball game.
Like to see them grind that clock down, and they're going to keep it on the ground to Scott, and Scott is just going to run it straight ahead and get across the 25 to the 26. A pickup of 6 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Scott coming up a little bit weak on the left leg here, it looks like, and that's not a good sign here for the Warriors.
So Ellis limps off the field. He'll be replaced in the backfield here by White. James White, who's had a good ball game, is your lone setback now. They're going to put Rucker in motion, give it to White off the left tackle, and White cuts it back and has a first down as he gets to the 31-yard line. And that's what you want to do if you're a Warrior player right now. White looks to be like he's a little slow getting up. It will be 1st and 10 for the Warriors after a pickup of 5 on the play. White's your leading rusher tonight for the Warriors. He's carried the ball 12 times for 58 yards. But he will limp to the sideline. So there's your 2 top fullbacks heading to the bench. And now we have in the game Westbrooks in the backfield. And Westbrooks is going to try his hand, and he powers his way off the right side for about 3 yards. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Now we have the defensive standout player of the game in a fullback, Kevin Westbrooks. And we have an official timeout on the field.
So the final water break of the night with 6:18 to go in the fourth quarter of play. Your score, Pontotoc 28, Itawamba 20. We'll take a break and be back with more after these messages. Second down and 7 yards to go. And there's a penalty marker down. That could be a delay of game as the referee threw at that time. And it is going to be delay of game against the Warriors. So a costly mistake there will back them up 5 yards. And set up a second down at about 12.
Pontotoc definitely doesn't need to have any more costly penalties here in the closing minutes here of this ball game. They need to keep the ball going in the positive direction and hold on to the ball and grind out several more first downs.
Second and 12 back at the 34-yard or 29-yard line. They keep it on the ground to Westbrooks, who gets a little bit of an opening, and he powers his way, but the ball is loose on the field, and it's recovered by Itawamba. Number 48, Eric Stevens, recovers his second fumble of the night, and that's the last thing you wanted if your head coach Dennis Robbins or a Warrior fan here is to turn the ball over and lay it on the ground. That's the fourth turnover of the night for Pontotoc.
You definitely didn't want to put the ball on the ground right there. Nice run there by Westbrooks, but you definitely have to hold on to the ball there. And that's what happens when you're starting running backs. You go out hurt, bring someone in.
Great defensive play that time by Rob Pickett, who busted his way into the backfield and dropped Esters for a loss all the way back to his own, to the Pontotoc 47-yard line. That's a loss of 6 on the play. So second down and 16. The clock continues to roll. 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Pontotoc leading 28-20.
Pontotoc calling on their defense one more time here for a big stand.
Back to throw is Dozier. Dozier lets it fly down the sideline, and it is going to be picked off by Ron Winter. There's a penalty marker down. The question is offense or defensive pass interference? And from the reaction of the Warrior players, I think it's going to go against the Warriors.
I believe it is. They're saying that Ron Winter's pushed off a little bit there. The crowd here in Warrior Stadium definitely does not like the call.
I didn't really see it myself. It must have occurred before the ball arrived, because once the ball arrived, it looked like both players were just going up for it, and Winter was able to wrestle it away from the intended receiver. But according to the official, evidently, he must have gave him a little nudge before the ball got there, and it will be a 15-yard penalty marked off to the 32-yard line. So that negates the interception and sets up a 1st and 10 for the Indians. Dozier hands it off to Swims, and Swims dives to the 30. Gain of a couple.
Dietrich Clark there, number 22 for the Warriors, making a big stop after a very short game there. They definitely have to keep Swims in their sights right here, because he's definitely a game breaker, and if you don't keep him in check right here, he'll be gone in the split of an eye.
Second down and 8. They pitch it to Swims again. Swims gets to the corner and has a first down, but there is a penalty marker down. That may be a hold against, it is a hold against the Indians, so that will negate the first down and back them up 10 yards.
Seen quite a few penalties here in the latter part of this game here. Both teams starting to wear down a little bit and starting to grab a little bit, and not quite as crisp as they were here in the early stages of this game, and both teams trying to hold on and make big plays here at the end of this game.
You know, Coach Lynn Moore showing a lot of confidence in the sophomore quarterback Clay Dozier. Vital part of the game here. The final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, and he's got him back in there despite Lewis Lee having driven him down the field in the last drive. Dozier may be a little bit better of a passer. Second down and 12 yards to go. Dozier rolls to his right. Now sets, throws over the middle and dropped it right into the hands of Esters, who could not hold on to it at the 27, and it'll be third down and 12.
Very unfortunate drop there for Itawamba, right in the hands of Esters. And just wasn't able to come up with the ball. Warriors with a great big third down and 11 play here coming up. And Itawamba looks like they need a timeout to talk this over.
So with 4:09 to go in the ball game, Itawamba is going to try to design a play here to pick up the first down on 3rd and 12. But of course, this will be 4-down territory. Itawamba does have only one timeout remaining, so they can't really afford to punt the ball back here to the Warriors and hope of any chance of getting the football back.
Pontotoc defense really has to have a gut check here and see if they can hold off Itawamba in this last, what should be the last drive of the game here for Itawamba. With a 4:09 remaining in the game, Pontotoc needs a big hold here, and if they can get 2 big plays in a row here and get their offense back on the field, maybe they'll have a chance to hold off this late surge by Itawamba.
Well, the crowd comes to their feet on the near side as well as on the Itawamba side. Both teams very well represented here tonight. A huge crowd here for the Warriors, and pretty much the same across the way for the folks from Fulton who made the trip over. And this has not been a disappointment. It's been an excellent football game. And here comes the quarterback, and he's going to keep it. Not much running room, and he is going to be dropped at the 36-yard line. Number 54, Ryan White, made the hit. You got to credit Lester Jones, who came in there too and disrupted Dozier that time and allowed White to get there. And so it'll be a loss on the play of a couple, and it'll be 4th down and 14.
Great play there by the Warrior defense. Ryan White, just a very young 9th grader here, making a big play in a critical part of this ball game here for the Pontotoc Warriors.
So with 3:47 to go, we'll keep it here. Once again, remember our game of the week next week as the Pontotoc Warriors will travel up to Kossuth to open Division I 3A play in what should be an excellent football game. And they'll try to avenge the loss at the hands of the Aggies. Actually, I believe Pontotoc defeated Kossuth last year, but lost out to Kossuth in the playoffs is how it worked. They lost to Ripley.
The crowd really coming alive here on this big 4th down play.
Back to throw, and Swims can't handle it. And I'm not sure he would have had a first down anyhow. They tried to just get it out to Swims in a hurry and allow him to get some RAC yards, run after the catch, but he wasn't able to hold on to the football, and that'll turn it over on downs. Back to the Warriors with only 3:42 to go.
That was a nice play by number 21, James White, who's been really a workhorse on offense tonight, running the ball with a great big play there for the Warrior defense. And now with 3:42 remaining in the game, let's see if Pontotoc can hold on to the ball here and put together a 3-minute drive and run this clock out.
James White's back in the game, and he's going to ramble off the right side up to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup of 4 on the play, and that's really all you want right now, positive yardage and protect the football. Itawamba's going to have to burn their final timeout here. Actually, they don't have any timeouts. So it's 3:20 to go in the ball game, so the clock continues to roll, 2nd down and 6.
Pontotoc just needs to grind it on down the field with James White carrying the ball and just protect the ball. Line needs to fire off and create a little bit of a hole and just hold on here.
Here's the give to White, and White shaking off some tacklers and picking up positive yardage to the 43-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. And so 3rd down and 3 yards to go. And a first down here could put this one in the wraps for the Warriors. We talked about Swims being a workhorse. What about White? I tell you, he's put together a nice football game. 14 carries for 65 yards. 3rd down and 3. A first down here could wrap it up. They give it to Scott, and Scott is going to be close to the first down at the 46-yard line. I believe he's got it. And he does, and that should do it. Unless they turn the ball over here, really the only chance Itawamba has, because they have no timeouts, and Pontotoc can run that play clock as far down as they can.
I believe I'd just give the ball straight up the middle to Ellis Scott and tell him to hold on tight for the remaining 2 minutes of this ball game here and just run the clock out.
McBride instead goes straight up the middle, and McBride is going to push behind the offensive line all the way to the 47 of Itawamba. Pretty good call there, a 7-yard quarterback sneak. Can't go wrong there.
No, you sure can't. McBride has been looked very good here tonight, and has put together a very nice game here for this Warrior offense.
McBride coming up a little gimpy that time as well, but he's going to stay in, tough it out. Second down and 2 yards to go. Scott hitting the backfield and dives back to the 47. Going to lose a yard on the play. So 3rd down and 3. But we're under a minute to go in the football game.
McBride not too sure about the play. Robbins is signaling him to go back into the huddle. Maybe he'll just keep the ball here and plunge forward behind this big offensive line and pick this first down up.
So give us to Scott, and Scott once again is going to be close to the first down as he'll mark him down just inside the 45-yard line. It looks as though he's going to be just a bit short, but they may not have to run another play. 15 seconds and ticking on down here.
I believe that'll do it right there. You can wrap this up in black nose for the Pontotoc Warriors.
So the Warriors are going to push their record to 4-0 on the season. And Itawamba will drop to 2-2. And so a very impressive non-division start for the Pontotoc Warriors, as they're able to pull it out 28-20, the final score over the Itawamba Indians. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more of the post game after these messages. Welcome back, everyone, here to Pontotoc, as the Warriors have defeated the Itawamba Indians tonight by the final score of 28-20. And our Montgomery Drugs player of the game tonight is senior quarterback Jason McBride, who was 4 out of 8 passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But really, Mike, he really ran the offense well, with the exception, like we talked during the break. Besides that 1 interception, he played a flawless game tonight.
He really did. He showed a lot of poise in the pocket, especially on some big 3rd down plays, and really did conduct himself well, that quarterback here tonight. And that's really the best performance I've really seen him have all year long. He showed a lot of confidence and did a great job of running this offense here tonight.
Some final stats for you tonight. Noah Swims, a tremendous game in defeat tonight. 3 touchdowns, 26 carries, 150 yards for the senior. Esters carried 6 times for 26 yards. White, 2 carries for 4 yards. Lewis Lee, 2 carries for 8 yards. Dozier, 3 carries for -4. Lee was 3 for 10 passing for 48 yards. Dozier 2 for 5 for 18 yards. 184 yards rushing for the Indians, 48 in the air, or excuse me, 66 in the air, for a total of 250 yards of total offense. They turned the ball over 2 times tonight and had 7 penalties, or 8 penalties for 60 yards. For the Warriors tonight, they were led by their fullback, Mr. White, James White, able to put 65 yards on the board in 14 carries. Followed up by Ellis Scott, who carried the ball 9 times for 47 yards. Brian Rucker, 6 carries for 41 yards. Dedrick Clark, 4 carries for 40 yards. McBride carried 4 times for 11 yards. Wes Brooks, 2 carries for 15 yards. Ron Winter carried once for -4. Robbins, 2 carries for 0 yards. But as we said, McBride, very impressive passing the football. 5 of 8 rather than 4 for 8. 5 for 8 for 85 yards in the air. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. 215 yards rushing on the night for the Warriors to go with 85 yards passing and a total offense of 300 yards. They did turn the ball over 4 times. That's something they'll want to work on. And then penalties, 7 penalties for 70 yards. Once again, to recap the scoring very quickly for you. Itawamba struck first early. 8:40 to go of the first quarter, an 18-yard run by Noah Swims. The extra point was good, made it 7-0. Pontotoc came right up back on their opening drive. It only took them a little over a minute to go down the field and for McBride to connect with Brian Rucker from 36 yards out to cut the lead to 7-6. The extra point was no good, but the Warriors came right back. 7:10 to go in the second quarter. A 3-yard hookup between McBride and Bishop. Braden Bishop caught the touchdown, and then also those two connected once again for the 2-point conversion, and at that point it was 14-7. Warriors came right back, and after a fake punt, took it down the field, and Brian Rucker carried it in from 30 yards out. Bass added the PAT. It was 21-7. Pontotoc looked like they were in good control, but right before the half, Itawamba came back, and with 1:06 to go in the first half of play, Noah Swims dove over from 1 yard out to cut it to 21-14. That was a score at halftime. Pontotoc came out in the second half and jumped on the board in a hurry. A 33-yard touchdown run by Dedrick Clark. Bass added the extra point, and it was 28-14. Then the defense came up with some big plays as Noah Swims was able to carry it in from 20 yards out with 7:47 to go in the fourth quarter to cut the lead to 28-20. The extra point was blocked, and Pontotoc able to run out the clock from there. And Mike, this has to be a very impressive victory for the Warriors. And you know, you had a few mistakes, 4 turnovers, several penalties that hurt you, but overall an excellent performance by the Warriors, and this really was a big win for this club.
Yeah, I think Coach Robbins can be very proud of his team, the way they played tonight, played with a lot of intensity, made some big plays when they had to down the stretch, and picked up a big victory here at Warrior Field tonight before division play starts next week at Kossuth. I believe Pontotoc has a chance to make some noise here in the division, but with tough competition coming up, they definitely have to be on their toes and be ready to play each and every week from this point on.
Well, we look forward to that ball game next week up at Kossuth, and you'll be able to see that game, of course, here on the Pontotoc cable. But to wrap it up tonight, the final score was Pontotoc 28, Itawamba 20. That's about all the time we have. So for Jason Ritchie and Mike Campbell, I'm Don Brooks saying so long, and we'll see you next time, everyone.